Paddy the Baddy Pimblett versus Ilia El Matador. Topuria. It's the UFC grudge match that's years in the making. But this fight isn't just about personal beef. It's about Paddy's entire future in the UFC lightweight division. Is this his shot at legitimacy? Or a brutal wake-up call? Let's dive into everything this fight means for Paddy Pimblett, and why it could be the biggest moment of his career. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, and let's get into it.
You little pussy!
Let's rewind. UFC London 2022. Paddy Pimblett, fresh off a big win, starts taking verbal shots at Ilia Topuria. He calls him a nobody, mocks his nationality, and triggers one of the UFC's most unexpected feuds. It didn't stop there. Twitter spats, interview callouts, and now in 2025, we've got a legit bad blood fight. But here's what makes this different. Topuria is now a world lightweight champion, and Paddy, he's at a career crossroads.
They should be the one to welcome you to 155.
All right, let's break down the numbers. Ilia Topuria, O record, 17-0-0 finishes, 13-0 strength, elite boxing, devastating power O current, lightweight plus featherweight contender, UFC gold holder. Paddy Pimblett, O record, 21-3-0 strength, BJJ black belt, scrambling, size of weakness, defense, striking absorbency. He last win, TKO over Michael Chandler. Biggest W of his career. On paper, Topuria is the more polished, dangerous fighter. But don't count Paddy out. He's a big lightweight who thrives in chaos. And if this fight hits the mat, things could get very interesting.
Obviously, you train to fight the best.
Topuria is a sniper. Crisp, powerful, technically elite. He doesn't rush. He punishes mistakes. That's what makes him so dangerous against someone like Paddy, who tends to fight wild. Paddy's biggest weapon? Chaos. He's unpredictable, relentless, and physically strong. But here's the issue. You can't get reckless with someone who counterstrikes like Topuria. Paddy's path to victory? Grappling. If he can survive the first 2 rounds, drag Ilia into deep waters, use his size in jiu-jitsu, that's where he's most dangerous.
What'll you do? You'll do nothing.
Let's be real. This isn't just another fight for Paddy. This could define his career. If he wins, he silences the doubters and becomes a legitimate title contender. Gets ranked in the UFC top 5. Opens doors to fights with Justin Gaethje, Sarukian, maybe even a title shot. If he loses him badly, the hype train narrative comes back. He risks becoming a novelty act. Popular but not championship caliber UFC matchmaking changes. Less main events, more rebuilding fights. This isn't just about the rankings. It's about respect. Paddy knows it. The UFC knows it. And fans, they're watching closely.
The energy.
Right now, Topuria is a massive favorite, hovering around -500. That's heavy. Paddy's sitting at +385, and it makes sense. On paper, Topuria is the safer pick. But guess what? The UFC isn't built on safe bets. Remember Bisping versus Rockhold 2, Serra versus GSP? One well-timed mistake, and the underdog becomes the star.
Years he's managed to win.
Paddy isn't just a fighter, he's a brand. He sells tickets, moves merch, and gets attention. A win here? That turns him into the UK's next megastar. Think Conor McGregor level pull in Europe. Dana White knows it. That's why this fight makes business sense. Even if the rankings don't, win or lose, fans will tune in.
I'm going to submit to you. You'll live.
So what does this fight mean for Paddy Pimblett? Everything. It's a shot at greatness or a reality check. Either way, when that cage door closes, we're going to find out what the baddie is really made of. Let us know your predictions in the comments. Does Paddy pull off the upset, or does Topuria shut him down? And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for our Fight Week coverage and post-fight reaction. This is Cage Fights, and we'll see you in the octagon.